Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Advancer, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Folks, I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on, but it looks like LeBron James is just not in the mood for any kind of commentary on his son if it ain't positive, right? What am I talking about? As you guys know, recently there was this thing that took place where LeBron unfollowed Kendrick Perkins, and it was something that they actually discussed on ESPN. And the reason he unfollowed Kendrick Perkins is, I guess, for some of the things that Kendrick Perkins had been saying about LeBron. So we know that, we discussed it, we reacted to that. But apparently it looks like LeBron ain't done unfollowing people in media, because according to a report that I got this morning from Fadeaway World, it seems like LeBron James has unfollowed Rachel Nichols. Now, some of you are like, Rachel Nichols? Did you work at ESPN? Yep, Rachel Nichols. Apparently, what had happened was Rachel Nichols was on Undisputed, and they were talking about Bronny and James and all of that stuff, and I guess she was giving some of her honest opinions, and apparently LeBron heard it. Right. And I guess he heard what she had to say, and he decided to unfollow her. Right. And people are like, wait, what happened? What did she say? Well, that's actually what we want to get into. We want to actually get into her comments so you guys can hear what she said, that a lot of us are assuming was the reason LeBron unfollowed her. But before we even get into what Rachel Nichols had to say, today's video is brought to you by sponsor PrizePicks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select two or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting two entries: Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit matchup up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is we want to play what Rachel Nichols had to say about LeBron and his son, and then we're going to come back and react to the comments. Take a listen to Rachel Nichols here.
The upside, he can be a good defensive guard. He's got great court vision. He seems to be a very good teammate, which was not a given his upbringing. He could have had this holier than now, I'm LeBron's son attitude. Yep. No one on any team he's ever played on has said that. He needs to learn how to create more. He needs to improve his shot. Now, his father improved his shot significantly throughout his NBA career. So,
well, he certainly did this last year.
Certainly, we can see Bronny having a trajectory like that. Will he ever be a star? I don't think so. It does not seem like, just his size and some of the other things about the way he plays, I don't think he's a future star player. But, you know, high end. Is he a Marcus Smart? I mean, is that there are guys who have made a living in this league being solid defensive guards. Davion Mitchell is a comp that Bronny himself brought up, and that's a guy with, you know, quick feet, similarly sized, a lot of defensive point of attack tendencies. So there are guys in the NBA who have made decent careers out of being the kind of player that at his high point he could be. On the other hand, we've seen guys drafted at that spot who have fallen out of the league or who don't last very long. The thing is, number 55, it's not such a high-value pick that you can't take a flyer on someone. Keyshawn, you know, my second-round picks theory, people throw them around like singles at a strip club because there's so many of them and they don't mean that much.
Lord have mercy.
If you look at the last couple guys to go at number 55, the guy who went at 55 last year played a total of 4 minutes in the NBA last season, and the guy who went 55 the year before that spent his rookie season in the G League. So the bar, if they take him at 55, is not that he has to be just fantastic, Victor Wembanyama, out of the gate. He just needs to be someone you think that you can develop. And I don't think it's so crazy that given all the other factors the Lakers have, they're like, great, this is a better number 55 than a lot of the other guys we could pick at this spot.
So you heard what Rachel Nichols had to say, right? LeBron unfollowed her because of that. What are my thoughts? Listen, if LeBron is going to unfollow her because of that, then LeBron is going to be unfollowing a lot of people in sports media, because they're going to be people that are just not going to go along and get along. To quote Kwame Brown, they're not just going to go up there and just basically lie to you because you don't want to hear a different opinion. Number one. Number two, this is part of the game, folks. This is part of the game, right? This is what happened. I mean, Bronny James now is a young man. He's going into the NBA, and he's going to be talked about the same way any other player is going to be talked about, right? He's going to be talked about the same way. And if I'm Bronny James, man, I'm looking at my dad. I'm like, I don't need you to, you know what I'm saying? I don't need you to fight my battles. We've all been in school, like, you know, the parent that shows up, like, it's okay. Like, I got this, right? Bronny's going to be talked about. There are going to be people that say nice things about him, and there are going to be people that don't say nice things about him. It's what everybody goes through. And personally, I don't think anybody should be exempt. Nobody. That is the definition of fairness. If you're going to talk about this player, that player, this player, why should Bronny be exempt? Number one. Number two, LeBron fans, why should he be exempt? Why? Everybody goes through it. So why should he be excluded? It's part of the game. You now stepped into the spotlight. It is something that you wanted to do. No one forced Bronny to go join the Lakers. He wanted to join the Lakers. He said he wanted to hear his name called. He was emotional when he was selected. So this comes with it. But now to start on following people, I don't like what she said. Like, bro, cut it out. They're going to give their opinion on your child. And if you didn't want this, then you should have probably not have said that. Because it's a double-edged sword. There are going to be people out there that are going to say positive things about him. And if he doesn't play well or something doesn't happen, they're going to give their opinions as well. It's part of the ecosystem, right? And it's the same ecosystem that's benefited you. Now, what to me is a bit childish is that Rachel Nichols has been one of the biggest LeBron James proponents in media. She's always there supporting him and saying nice things about him. And then she says one or two things and all of a sudden you unfollow her. To me, that just like, come on, like, what are we doing? That's just an emotional reaction. Personally, like, this is what we're doing. That's so passive aggressive. I'm going to unfollow you. Like, really? This is what we doing? This is where we at now? I'm following people. Like, that's where we at. You understand how that looks? Like, it just looks so sensitive. Like, oh, I don't like what she said. I'm unfollowing her. Like, really? It bothered you that much to then take that course of action? And what she said, I don't even think that warranted being unfollowed. It's going to happen. People are going to say things. Bronny hasn't even started playing yet. He hasn't even started playing yet. You got LeBron fans coming out in droves. They're already ready to defend. They pouring honey on everybody. Everybody. They're not joking. They are not. They are ready to twerk it up. They didn't drank their Red Bulls. They're ready to just basically disturb the peace. So to me, man, like, come on, like, really? You're going to follow her because she said, have you heard Rachel Nichols talk about LeBron over the last 5 years? Like, are you kidding me? Because of that? Or maybe she said one thing or two things you disagree with. Now, all of a sudden, you unfollow her. Like, what are we doing? Like, these are the antics. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it at that, man, because people are going to be like, you hate. And it's the point to hate her. They'll be like, oh, you hating. But who's saying this? It's only independent dudes that are saying this, and some people very few people in big media that are saying it. So what y'all want? Y'all just want everybody to be up here kumbayaing it up with you dudes, like, oh, like, it's all love. It's like it's all gyrate together. Let's just twerk it up together. No, there got to be different views out there. You people have a problem with different views. Let there be different views, man. Let us live. Like, let us live. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments when we catch you on the next show. Peace.